to talk about question number 3. According to the timeline and information in the text, which happened around 2000 BC? A. Wheels were added to carts. B. Tamed horses pulled carts. C. Oars were added to boats. Or D. Sails were added to boats. I'm going to read it twice because remember I've told you before, you've got to read your question twice to make sure you understand what it's asking you to do. Number 3, according to the timeline and information in the text, which happened around 2000 BC? Wheels were added to carts. B. Tamed horses pulled carts. C. Oars were added to boats. Or D. Sails were added to boats. So, today we're going to use purple. We've used orange and pink for our other two. So, today we're going to use purple. So, 2000 BC is right here. Okay, on my timeline. Tells me across the bottom what year it is. So, look at A. Wheels were added to carts. Wheels were added to carts back in 3500 BC. The question is asking me about 2000 BC. So, I know that cannot be my answer. So, I need to get rid of that. Process of elimination, POE, so I don't have to have an FIT. B. Tamed horses pulled carts. Okay, well look, 2000 BC. There's a tamed horse pulling a cart right with 2000 BC. So that's a good possibility. Baby, check. Even though I think B is my answer, never ever pick an answer until you have explored all 4 choices. Don't just think, oh, that's right, because it may be C or D is a better answer. So baby, check, and then you can go back. C, oars were added to boats. Well, we see oars over here. This is before 3500 BC, so we know that's not our answer because the timeline doesn't support it. D, sails were added to boats. Sails were added to boats in 3500 BC. The question is asking me about 2000 BC. Do you see how going back and making sure with the question that you're answering the right thing comes in handy? So sails were added to boats is not right because that was 3500 BC. Now, tamed horses pulled carts. It says for me to use my timeline and the text to find my answer. So I can see that it says, then in 2000 BC, horses were tamed. Later, horses pull carts with 4 wheels. So I know that the horses were used to pull the cart. I see it in my picture. I supported it with my text. So my answer has to be B, tamed horses pulled carts.